Hello everyone, welcome back. I am going to be doing days 28 and 29 of Ethany's 31 Days of Tarot 2019. Day 28. What is your go-to tarot book and why? So lately it has been the Holistic Tarot. Whenever I want to look something up in a pinch, that is the book I grab. I feel that the Holistic Tarot is kind of the quintessential reference book. And my tarot book collection is quite small. I have Holistic Tarot, I have Tarot on Earth, which is Marseille, and then Going Beyond Little White Book. So really only 3 kind of comprehensive tarot books. And I'm looking to expand my collection of books. I do want to read some Rachel Pollack because I hear she is excellent. So I have a couple of those books on my wish list. But yeah, as of right now, Benabel. It is Holistic Tarot that I grab when I need to. For day 29, how do you feel about tarot deck modification? Do you draw on your decks, trim the borders, or is it no-go for you and why? I love deck mods. I think that I am not as picky about borders as maybe some people are, but yes, I am all about trimming off the borders if they don't need to be there. I am all about edging. So for instance, here's my Llewelyn. This is my very first mod job. I was scared. And I used scissors, and I think it worked fairly well. I mean, some of the cards you can tell I didn't cut as straight, but it's whatever. I primarily use this for myself. And I then later on edged it in brown. I do think that on the whole, Los Scarabeo, when they include the borders that have like the different languages, I find that to be distracting, and the images really do pop when you take off the borders. So here is Tarot of Magical Forest. I haven't yet edged the deck. I'll get around to it. So that's another thing for me. I mean, sometimes I get the itch to edge, you know, but on the whole, it's not a neurotic thing for me, I guess. I don't have to do something to every single deck that I have, but yeah, I just think the images just really stand out and pop and are freed from the borders. And then same with the Fairy Tarot, which is a pip style deck, another one from Los Scarabeo. And now with this one, to answer the question about do you draw, I don't draw on my decks because I suck at drawing and I don't want to ruin the illustrations. I have sometimes written like the little reference numbers on the cards if I have particular trouble. I'm kind of impatient, so when I lay the cards out, I want to know immediately and not have to take that extra second to figure out, oh yeah, no, that's the King of Wands, or oh yeah, that's the Seven of, Swords or whatever. And for this deck, so I guess I'm just numerically challenged because when we start getting up to like the bigger numbers, it just takes me just way too long to kind of count. And really for each number, it's the same pattern. It's the same pattern that's laid out, but it just takes me 2 seconds too long. Like I know this is the 10, but when you've got a few of them laid out, I get annoyed. So I might have to actually put numbers on the higher pips for this deck. I'm still thinking about it. I edged this one in like a dusty orange gold. You've seen this one. The reason that I edged this one was because it was chipping already, and that was my predominant driver for edging this one. I mean, it looks great, and I'm so glad I did it, but that was the reason I did this one. This is another one I did, the Sun and Moon Tarot. Oh yeah, the other one was the Round One Circle of Life. I just think this looks great without the borders, but oops, I did have trouble sometimes figuring out the suit and or the court. So I have written on this one, I've written little references either at the top where you have the elemental symbol or in the corner, just really lightly for this one. Like I said, I try not to go too crazy with it, but when I do feel like this, oh, so this isn't tarot, but whatever, I'm going to show you. This is the Vintage Wisdom Oracle. When I do feel images can be freed by the borders, then they're going to go. And like this one, with the trimming, I actually kind of rebonded with this deck because I was neglecting it after using it fairly often. I just started to neglect it, and then I trimmed off the borders and rebonded with it, which has been great. And then just recently edged this one. So yes, I think that trimming, you know, off the borders and edging, they both have their place. I use both scissors and the guillotine, depending. And but yeah, I'm not super crazy, and I still have some tarot decks that I could edge, but really haven't gotten around to, and it doesn't bother me. Like, I feel like some people like bothers them and they just have to do it until it's done. But for me, I'll get around to it. Let's see, is that it for this one? Yes, that is it. Okay, I'm gonna stop here. All right, I will see you for, gosh, yeah, is it day 29? Day 30? Day 30. I will see you for day 30. Take care.